Hello everybody, hello from Eastern Europe. My name is Christine, I love yarn, and this is my video journal where I post all the things that I knit, crochet and did from yarn. I'm wearing actually one of my own creations. I knitted this from my acrylic stash. Wait. Anyways, you can see it in my shorts. And today I want to make a short video to talk about all the things that I managed to knit in the month of August. So I have my journal here, I have some water because I think I overdid it this summer with the soft and the sugary drinks, and I gained a lot of weight, so I'm trying to be healthy. This is just filtered water. So in the month of August, I also had the chance to stay at home and have a vacation, a staycation as I know that people call it. And I did a bunch of knitting, actually celebrated Independence Day. My mom came to visit, so lots of things. So if you are curious, please keep on watching. Actually, you are sitting on the pot of my ZZ plant, so I hope everything goes okay. I will try not to touch anything and just speak. So the first thing I finished in the month of August were a pair of I call them Fanta orange socks. These are from acrylic yarn that I had in my stash, and actually those socks didn't have this part with additional yarn. This is a second pair of socks that I knitted, but I didn't have enough yarn to make a full pair, so as a solution I decided to add a little bit of some yarn that I had in stash. Unfortunately, I didn't weave in the ends yet, but in this household this is considered a finished object. I'm not gonna disqualify myself. So 2 pairs of socks. 1 pair of socks went to my niece. It was her birthday and I finished right on time to give it to her. And this is a second pair for my niece's mom, my sister-in-law. And actually it was her birthday in August too, and I thought to give them as a a birthday gift, but we never met. My sister-in-law was in vacation, so I'll see. Maybe I'll weave in the ends. I'll pack it very nicely, you know, cover it in a gift wrapping paper and still give it to her, but I'm not decided yet because I was thinking to give these as a Christmas gift, but I don't know. It's her birthday right now. Why not just give it to her and take the time to knit another pair? Although I have to admit, my family members are just a little bit tired of my socks, so I think maybe I'll just cool it with the gifting. Okay, so 2 pairs of socks, 52 grams each. Next thing I finished this slipover. Let me just move a little bit in the back. It's for me actually. It's raspberry red or raspberry pink, and I thought that this will be the perfect Christmas sweater for myself. And I found the pattern and I started knitting and I loved it. And then up to here, by the way, the pattern is free pattern from Drops Design webpage. Now that I have a little bit more subscribers, I can add the link in the description for you. So this is a free pattern. I was working it bottom up, and up to here I understood that I will not have enough yarn. I had 4 balls of yarn, 400 grams. And unfortunately, I did not have enough yarn to do everything, but I decided to leave it as a sleepover. So I knitted in the round, then here separated for sleeves, went up, then did the back and connected up. And then I picked up some stitches and finished the arm and the neck. So it was a very simple pattern with moss stitch, garter and weaved basket, and I loved it so much. I love how merino's wool feel when you work on it. I love how it feels when you wear it. It's very squishy, soft and very nice. The only thing I regret not having enough yarn to make it as a sweater. And actually a big surprise for me was that it fits me just fine. By the number of stitches that I cast it on, I thought that this is gonna be like an oversized, you know, comfy. No. I always forget that I'm an adult woman and This is not a large, extra large. This is just an M. But anyways, good experience. I can't wait to order more yarn. And this was from Filanina Merinos Wool. And I ordered this in Romania. I had the box shipped to my niece's dorm. And then when my niece came to the Republic of Moldova, she brought the box with her. So if I want this identical merino wool, I have to wait until the school year starts. My niece goes to Romania, order it, and then wait until my niece comes to Moldova in her winter holidays. So it's a whole thing. I don't know. I'll wear it and I'll see if it works just like this. I love how it looks. I love how it feels. And if I still want to add some sleeves, I will do it. I'll order the yarn and wait for my niece to come and everything. But otherwise, I'm loving it. I tried to find wool with this color on the Moldovan market and I couldn't find it. It was something similar, but the color was off. Then I found the color, then the weight was off. So it is worth it buying more yarn. This is what I learned after this experience. It is worth it to buy more merino wool and just have extra than to play yarn chicken. And actually, this summer, I understood that I hate yarn chicken. I hate playing this. I always do because I'm always sorry to buy more yarn. I don't want to waste money. I'm thinking, oh, I will lose weight and maybe I'll need less yarn. No, I think I learned my lesson. So, third finished object, weaved memories. That's the name of the pattern. I started with 3.5 millimeters, 4 millimeter for the body, and it has 572 grams. And next, what else did I finish? Oh, I finished the dishcloth. Actually, in my staycation, I had these grandiose plans that I'm gonna knit every day one sweater. No. I started a bunch of things. You can see it as a playlist on my channel because of course I took some videos. I started a scarf, like a slipover for my brother, socks, shawls, everything, and finished only this dishcloth. This is from a reclaimed yarn. This is, I think, cotton. My mom, who has the patience of an angel, had the patience to unravel some sweater that she had from the 80s or 90s. And I used this yarn before on a dishcloth, on a face cloth, and I really liked how it feels, and I decided to make one. And this was made using 4.5 millimeter needles. It has 53 grams. What is it with 52, 53 grams in the month of August? But anyways, and I did the double moss stitch and I crocheted the ending because I had some extra yarn. And the last thing I finished in the month of August is this slipover that I made for my nephew, Bogdan. Again, I had the leftover acrylic yarn from another project and I knitted in the round, and then here I did the back, and for the front I didn't have enough yarn again, yarn chicken, and I decided to use some other leftover acrylic yarn and I made a heart here. But I'm a bit worried that the neck hole is a bit tight, so I have to visit my sister-in-law and have my nephew Bogdan measure, try it on, and see how he likes it. So this is 71 grams. I used 3.5 millimeter needles for the ribbing and 4 for the body. So all in total, I used 600 grams this month, in the month of August, but I have many cast-ons because, as I said, I had this grandiose illusions that I'm gonna sit at home on my vacation and knit non-stop. No, after like the second or the third day, my hands started hurting. It was the Independence Day. I didn't want to do anything. My mom came over. So lots of whips. Where to start? Okay, I will start with the biggest whip, or with the whip that has the most progress on, and it's a bit mixed up, and of course my cats played with it. This means that there is a lot of cat hair, but okay. So I have here the slipover I'm knitting on for my brother, and as you can see, I made a lot of progress. This should be like the body, and this should be up to here, and I started the front. I separated for the sleeves. If only I could. Okay, Okay, I separated for sleeves, and I started working on the front. So this will be a part of the front, and this is where the V-neck starts. I hope, I don't know, because I started following a pattern and then I started improvising. But anyways, I have here blue yarn, navy yarn, sorry, from Filanina, again Merinos wool. Then I have twisted three ply yarn, again from Merinos, from Filanina. And here I have, wait, how do people show it so nicely? I have navy. So navy, blue, and twisted blue. Okay. If you're curious, you can watch the videos how I knitted on it, because I knitted most of it in my vacation. And this is, as I said, this is how the V-neck starts. Well, my brother is kind of tall, so I'm hoping that this V-neck is not too deep for him. And also from here, I will pick up stitches and do the neckline. So I'm hoping that it will be okay. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. So I unraveled this like 15 times. So I'm exaggerating. Let's not exaggerate. So I unraveled this part a bunch of times. And because I'm following one of my brother's t-shirts as an example. So I'm following this neckline. Wait, this, it doesn't matter. This neckline. So there is gonna happen something. Something will come out of it. I just don't know how. And I'm a process knitter, so it doesn't bother me to unravel and then try again, unravel and then try again. So, but I would love to finish this, and I'm out of yarn. The twisted yarn finished, but the blue, I just started a new skein. Yes, there it is. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. I don't know what is it with me and blue this summer. As you can see, I even made my nails this like shade of, I want to say cobalt blue or royal navy, deep blue. I don't know. I don't know color names that well, but I love them. So this summer for me was all about the blues. So that's my biggest whip. I'm sorry, you will hear my dog in the background. This is what I made the most progress on. Next, I started knitting a shawl for my colleague Ina. This is mohair and polyamide, and I'm using 4.5 millimeter needles because my bigger needles are I don't know where, so I'm working on this. And also I have another project, another whip, and this is how the yarn looks like. It's a whole mess. Both of these are from Yarn Art Bellissimo collection. 150 grams mohair, acrylic, and polyamide. And this is the second project for another colleague, Natasha. And I started, but not as a shawl, but I want to make it as an infinity scarf. So I'm gonna knit it long, and the end will be connected to the beginning, and will be an infinity scarf, I hope. I don't know, because I keep changing my mind. I started this with knits and pearls, and the endings are what is this, raglan? Yeah, raglan, because I felt like any pattern is just a little lost because of the mohair and because of the continuous change of color. So as a solution, I thought of this, and I even did this on the shawl. Let me show you, because it gives it a bit of texture, because you can't knit anything else with this yarn. I feel like I tried a bunch of patterns, like, but they were just lost in the color. So I decided to go with knits and pearls and just a bit of raglan, and just let the colors shine. And they are super soft. It's not 100% mohair, so it's 60% acrylic, 15 mohair, and polyamide. Okay, so it is synthetic. Yeah, my dog found something and he's chewing on it. Hey buddy, do you want to come? This is my doggy. Hi, Remy. Oh, my dog is in most of my videos, so please don't mind him. Next whip is, so after my vacation, after my staycation, I went back to work. it was a really hard week going back to work, but I decided to start working on some socks, and this is Alize sock yarn, 75% superwash and 25 nylon, and I finished this one and I started the second one. I am loving how the self-striping works. Wait, let me show you. I have this finished one. So I'm trying to do the second sock identical, but check this out. And initially I started making these socks for my second brother, and he has a really big foot. But then I forgot and I just bind it off. So it will be either for my uncle or so I have men in my family who wear like 40, European size 40, 42, 43, and they will wear it. I'm sure of it. So this is another whip. Okay, 2 shawls, socks, brother slipover, and I think this is it. This is all with my whips. Yeah, my dog is here. So my whips are accounted for, if I can say so myself. And last thing I want to show you, I was at the flea market. We have something like this as well in Chisinau where I live, and I picked up some books, Persian tales, but this is not the most interesting one. The most interesting one is some, wait, Moda dla всех. This would be translated as Fashion for All. This was printed in 1984 in Moscow. Okay. In the Soviet Union, there was a lot of knitting, and I was asking my mom, where are all the magazines? Where are all the patterns? And my mom said, of course, I wasn't buying anything. I was just checking out at the library and taking it back. And as you can see, there's a stamp here, and this was also probably snatched from the library, but I'm so happy I found it, and I want to share with you some of the patterns. So the idea of this brochure is that you see the picture, and behind you see the explanation, and it's in Russian, but I speak Russian, I can read Russian, and I want to challenge myself to knit some of them, or at least parts of them. And when I see these ladies, I kind of see my mom. My mom was not a knitter. She likes to sew, and she was sewing all kinds of goodies, and I want to try and knit at least something. So it's gonna be like a bit of a vintage knitting. I don't know which one I like the most. I'm kind of scared of all of them because I don't know how to read patterns, and especially in Russian. But I decided, why not? At least one. Check this out. 1984, yo, wait. Is it 84 or 74? What did I say? 84. Okay, it was still in the Soviet Union. I don't think the copyright rules apply. She's like, would you like some buckwheat with that? Anyways, so I thought it was really cute, and also a sweater for a man. And it tells you the size of the finished object, how much yarn, 650 grams of yarn, the size of the needles, and just like some general knowledge and some tables here. Okay, this is the first thing I bought, and this costed €1. Wait, this is the cover. This costed €1, and another €1 for this magical book. And by the way, it's covered in plastic, and you sew it here to keep the plastic not from falling. And I don't know about you, but this is how we would protect the textbooks all my childhood. Like in August, we would cover them in plastic and sew it here, or put some glue, or put some take the iron and just iron a little bit, and it would melt it. Anyways, I don't know what I'm talking about. And this costed 1 ruble. This was printed in 1982. So patterns for knitted clothing. Again, the same thing, like different patterns. And I'm so curious. I want to look through it and choose one and knit some vintage pattern. So I have a question. If it was printed in the 80s, right? What did I say? I have such bad memory. 1982, printed in Moldova. Is it in Moldova? In Chisinau, okay. So if it's 1982, is it considered vintage, or do I need to wait like 50 years to pass by? But I don't care. I will just select something and challenge myself and try. Why not? I want to see what my ancestors were up to. Different patterns, and this is all. Okay. I showed you the finished objects. I showed you the whips. Any yarn? I did purchase some yarn for my temperature blanket, which is right here, by the way. And actually, let me talk about my temperature blanket. So I bought this yarn because I was out of the cherry red. Hold on. I need to be better prepared. So, temperature blanket. As you know, or you may not know, a temperature blanket is where you knit or you crochet one row for every day, and the color of the row is determined by the temperature registered that day. Either select the maximum or the average or the minimum or the speed of the sun, or wait, sorry, what am I saying? The speed of the wind. So I decided to choose the maximum temperatures registered in Chisinau, Moldova. We have a station at the Chisinau International Airport. That is where they record the weather, and they declare we had maximum of this, average of this, and minimum of this. So I take the information from there, and I have 12 colors from -9, this is in Celsius by the way, to the highest temperature that I scheduled in December of 2022 was to be 36 plus, and this would go to plum color. However, in August of 2023, we had temperatures of 37. Let me check. And my notes are here. So I knitted a temperature blanket for my birth year, and I wrote the temperature here, and then, not to waste paper and time, I wrote the temperature from 2023 right here and just circle it. So in the month of August, we had 38 degrees and 37 degrees and 36, and it was crazy. And to be very honest, in real life, in the city, whilst going to work, whilst walking my dog, I thought it was much more than 38, 37. I thought it was 40. I thought I was dying. But anyways, long story. I finished my cherry red, and I thought that plum is not enough to showcase higher temperatures than 36, so 37, 38. I decided to use another color. So I looked in my cherry red finished, and I bought this one, which is much more red. So this is August, this is July. In July we had a heat wave, and I used a lot of cherry red, which looks like this. And then in August I replaced this cherry red with this new cherry red, because I decided I don't care really. I looked everywhere in the city for this cherry red in the collection of Alize Borcum Classic, which I was told it's always available. So a couple weeks passed by and I wasn't able to find it. So I said, you know what, it doesn't matter, I can find another cherry red. So I bought this cherry red, and then the plum shows temperatures of 36, 37. And then here I decided to put this sparkling blue to show 38 degrees, which was on the 28th of August. And this is like a record, even for my country, because we're not used to have such high temperatures. So this is how my temperature blanket looks like until now. Oh my god! So I love it. I finished another temperature blanket for my birth year, but it's much smaller and it's always on my couch. I always sit on it, my cats live on it, my dog loves it. So this for me is a heartwarming project, and I'm loving how it looks like thus far. Even though I messed up the colors here, I have this cherry red which looks much more intense than the usual cherry red, but I decided I don't care, I'm gonna continue and I'm just gonna enjoy it. So, and unfortunately I made the mistake of not knitting a dividing row. So I have some separators right now. In the future, if I ever knit another temperature blanket, I will make sure to knit some sort of, so I have this border, and the plan was to knit this color as a separating colors, and I got to this the end of January, and I felt like this color is just ruining the flow of the entire blanket. I didn't like it. So at the moment I have some lost earrings, or like some brooches that I don't wear, or like some sort of separators. But later I'm thinking maybe when I will do the edge here, the border, maybe I can knit every month a different color or something. I don't know. I think I'm just overthinking. I think I'll just continue the border like this and just call it a day. It's too much thinking and worrying from my side, so I decided to just continue for now. I decided to sleep on it, and I'll see if it will still bother me in the January of 2024. Then I will maybe knit like some sort of different colors, or maybe knit the border with this color, and like, I don't know, maybe like January this pattern, February another pattern. I don't know. I'll see. I think I'm just overcomplicating things. Whew. Hydration is important. So this is my temperature blanket, my absolutely adorable. I'm loving how it looks. Actually, I think when I was knitting on it, I realized how much I love blue. And I started like this whole blue phased era of my knitting. So this is all. I presented the finished objects, the whips, the books. I only bought this skein of yarn from Alize, baby something. Alize baby something. Wait, I have the label here. Oh my god. All past Christina, you did very well. Okay, so this is Alize Baby Best. This is acrylic and bamboo. Okay, and this costed €2 from the local craft store. So I'm just gonna put it back. So this is all from my side. Happy knitting, happy making. I hope you're having a wonderful month of September. It is already the 10th of September, my god. And so I rush back to my knitting, and so that I have what to show in the month of October about what I managed to knit in the month of September. I think I said I only finished 600 grams in the month of August, which is not too much, but I want to add at the end of the year, I want to count all the grams I used, and I want to see how many kilograms. This is all. Happy making, happy knitting, happy September, and let me know in the comments if you made it thus far. Comment with a blue emoji, something blue, because it has been my favorite color. Bye bye.